Hello and welcome to 12 noon live. And today is a very important game as to the top four race. Royal Challengers Bengaluru take on Kolkata Knight Riders in Raipur. KKR are in a winning run, whereas RCB have faced a couple of hiccups in the last 3, 4, 5 matches. We'll talk about the game. We'll talk about KKR's run, whether we can see any changes, an update on Varun Chakravarti, whether he's ready to go for this game. He has had a calf injury, so uh, there's still some doubts around Varun Chakravarti's availability for today's game. Whether Phil Salt is ready to take part in today's match or not, we'll cover all the bases in this 12 noon live. So hit the like button and let's start the debate. Shamik, the RCB versus KKR. What's your initial thoughts about it? Raipur pitch, the last match we saw, it was not a typical 220, 230 wicket. It has some assistance for the bowlers who use off cutters, who use cutters, who bowl off the pace deliveries for a slight bit of assistance for spinners. What's your initial assessment of this particular game?
So, Shubhan, for KKR, the equation is simple. Four matches left. If they win all of them, they will be in the playoffs. 17 points, and at 17 points, you are playing the playoffs. Now, as far as today's game is concerned, Varun Chakravarti's presence is important. Whether would be able to turn up or not, that is very important because of late he is regaining his form. And the way Sunil Narine has been bowling, I mean, uh, you run out of adjectives to describe Sunil Narine, but often the way has been bowling for the opponents, it's like playing a 16 over game. You can count
Right.
out those 4 overs from Sunil Narine. So from that point of view, if Varun Chakravarti plays and Sunil Narine is there, I see KKR winning this game. Given the nature of the pitch at Raipur, uh, if it is not a builder, and last game it was not a builder, and if it is a similar kind of a pitch, KKR will defend. If they can post anything north of 170, 175, they will defend that. Mumbai Indians had no business losing that game, but poor fielding eh, above anything else. And that last over, Surya ran out of options. He gave that bowling to Raj Angadwawa. Um, I don't think Bhuvaneshwar Kumar will hit another six in any competitive cricket. I don't know whether
Yes, the last
before
six he
that.
hit was in 2016.
Exactly. And so I don't. So, but then again, and that indiscipline, so many no balls, so many wides. KKR will not do that. And so basically, as far as KKR are concerned, I see Gujarat Titans, the home game Gujarat Titans, and they are playing excellent cricket. Gujarat Titans. That is their biggest impediment. If they can, I expect them to beat Royal Challengers Bangalore, Mumbai Indians, and Delhi Capitals. Mumbai Indians are already out, and I don't know whether the top players will play or not. I mean, whether they would be resting Bumrah and and some other players who have been playing almost non-stop. Hardik is very unlikely. So from that point of view, and it's a home game for KKR, but Gujarat Titans game is very very important. If they win that, if they can go past Gujarat Titans, I see even last week when we discussed this, I predicted KKR to go to the playoffs, and I'm sticking to that. Today, I expect KKR to beat RCB, and I see KKR in the playoffs.
Very interesting early session prediction. We can say it's a good note to start the session with. Bharat, what about RCB? They have been bowling like a dream team. Bhuvneshwar Kumar perhaps bowling maybe again at the peak of his prowess. The way he's swinging the ball, the way he's bowling at the deaths, already 20 plus wickets. Economy rate is around 7, which is sensational for a pacer who bowls at the power play and death. The bowling department is doing well, but there are some concerns around the top order batting unit, especially in the absence of Phil Salt. Any update you have around Phil Salt, and what about their middle order as well?
Uh,
Virat Kohli back to back
can you
ducks.
listen?
Yes, yes, yes. You are
Yes,
audible.
yes. Yeah, fine. So as far as spill salt is concerned, the last update I had was on May 5th. It is from his camp only. That basically around the time in Raipur or before the playoffs, he could come. So that was the last update. I don't think he's currently in India. Yes, there were a few videos that were circulating some days ago, but those videos I believe, are from last year when Bill Salt was going back to England after RCB won the IPL. So that is from last year. So maybe somewhere before the playoffs, he could make a comeback. So as far as RCB is concerned, as far as Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is concerned, I think it has been a complete package in this IPL because if you notice, he's bowled well with the new ball, he swung the new ball. In the last game, he bowled the knuckle ball really well. He bowled the wobble seam ball very well. That was to
Mm.
Surya Kumar Yadav. That was not a conventional swing. That was his wobble seam ball. And also, he can stay on back of a length. It's not like he's a hit that a tall fast bowler, but he can still manage or find ways to stay on back of length. That tells something about his wisdom of experience, about his skill, and also about his control. And his long overs, he has found old ball swing as well. He understands his game really well. I honestly believe that if he was maybe 4 or 5 years younger, he might have played for India across formats. If he's bowling that well, unfortunately, he's not played listed cricket for 1 year.
I think Bharat's internet
Sorry, he may not get
Yes,
back in the
Bharat.
Indian team, but is definitely bowling at his absolute best.
Yes, Bharat.
Like, am I back?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
You are. You are.
Maybe the internet just went off in between. Sorry for that. Yes, he's bowling at his absolute best. Unfortunately, I don't think he'll again play for India, but he's bowling at his best. Having said that, as you noted, there are a few problems in that lineup. See, Jacob Bethel is a great talent, but when it comes to playing off-pace deliveries, I don't think he's still there. He's struggling with regard to playing those off-pace deliveries because he's very much a backward player, at least as of now. So there are concerns regarding the top order, especially with regard to Bethel. But Kohli obviously will come back to form because you don't expect every single day for him to get a great delivery like what happened in Lucknow and the last game as well. It was a kind of, what can you say, surface that's holding up a little bit. So you understand a couple of low scores from even someone like Kohli.
Understood. Rohit, for RCB, the equation is simple: win the match, go top of the table. But one question which KKR fans are asking: will
Yeah.
15 points be enough in case they lose tonight's game or a match going forward? Will 15 points be enough?
No, I don't think so, because even 16, if you have even 16, there are five teams who are fighting at this point of time, and you can see the points table and you get a clear picture around it that there are at least, four teams who are fighting for that 16. There are already there are 3 to 4 teams who you can pick can go to top two. It's still not like
Hmm.
that there are only one team or two team who can go to 18 points or maybe a 20 points. I think only GT can go till 20 points. Apart from that, there is no team who can go to 20 points. But if you see other teams also, like a RCB, like a SRH, like a Rajasthan Royals, include a Rajasthan Royals also into it, add a CSK into it also, and you'll see that all of them have at this point of time the opportunity to, at least if not at the number one position. Because look, if GT finishes with all W's in front of them from here onwards, they will be eventually the number one team. But number two, surely the fight is on, as far as if you talk about any other team who has the chance here onwards. But I think the kind of wicket we saw, the kind of wicket Raipur, the first game between RCB and Mumbai Indians, it gives a good chance to Kolkata Knight Riders also. Yes, in last couple of games, I think their batting is again coming up. The way Finn Allen is playing, the way Cameron Green also putting up some runs. Rinku Singh, we saw he's already there with the runs. And then you have someone like a Sunil Narayan. You obviously you don't have. I don't know about Varun Chakravarti's availability, but if I was watching the stats, 8 wickets in last 4 games. So suddenly the Varun Chakravarti we all were talking about, that not amongst the wickets, is picking
Hmm.
up wickets, and he is also the main man from where Kolkata started on that winning track. I think 4 wins on a trot
Yes.
for them, and last 2 victories were quite convincing. If you see, I think those are 7 wicket and 8 wicket victories, and quite
Hmm.
convincing victories versus DC and versus, I think, SRH. SRH, they beat
Okay.
them quite convincingly. So I think for me that's the one important point. And on the other hand, if you look at RCB, Suyash Sharma last 7 games only 3 wickets. Krunal Pandya,
Right.
yes, we all know Krunal Pandya. People don't talk a lot about him, but obviously the batting performance he did versus Mumbai Indians was outstanding. But bowler Krunal Pandya is always there picking up wickets or maybe economical. So no problem with Krunal Pandya, but look at a Romario Shepherd, look at a Jitesh Sharma. Suddenly, the lower middle order. Yes, we know what Tim David can do. Yes, we know the kind of form Rajat Patidar is in, Devdutt Patikal is in. I'm not raising any kind of questions with Virat Kohli, two ducks. Obviously, we all know, but similar thing have happened in 2022, and after that, I think he scored a couple of half centuries, and things were right on track for him. So yes, there are certain questions in this RCB lineup also, especially the lower middle order. And when you know that you have a quality spinner like a Sunil Narayan, who's operating really well at this point of time. So the kind of wicket Raipur has and the kind of strength what Kolkata Knight Riders, I think they will prefer something like a 160 to 180. 180 maybe above par, but 180 on the board. You have players like Ajinkya Rahane, you have players like Ankrish Raghuvanshi, you have players like Rinku Singh. I think they can I think chip in, and then you have someone like a Daksh Kamra, who if you don't have a Varun Chakravarti, you can come up with him, and I think they have Prashant Solanki also, if I'm not wrong. So yeah,
Yes, I think
2022, after 2022, he can also play. So yeah, they have the options, but I think they can hit the right areas as far as the weaknesses of RCB is concerned. No Phil Salt as of now. Jacob Bethel. The only thing which I'm looking forward to is, can they give chance to Venkatesh Iyer today? Because what I have heard,
that's what I was going to ask. Romario Shepherd's role has
yeah,
been pretty
yes.
unclear. He has not been able to, deliver
Yeah,
those cameos
ball at
which
the
is
start
required.
also. So you have a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Venkatesh Iyer. He did really well in that one-off game. I think Rajasthan Royals versus Rajasthan Royals, when he
Scored 20 runs, I think, of 8 balls.
yeah, at the very last moment when he came out as an impact player. So I think that could be a possibility. Suyash form, maybe they can remove a Romario Shepherd and add a Jacob Duffy. That could be another factor. That could
Yes.
be another possible combination. But looking at the wicket of Raipur, I think you need, if you have two good spinners, I think
Hmm.
game done and dusted. Varun Chakravarti and Sunil Narayan could be the best bet as far as Kolkata Knight Riders are concerned. But let's see.
Shamikda, in case Varun is not declared fit for the game, if he's missing the match, do you think KKR can go with Matisha Pathirana in that lineup, dropping Rogman Powell, bringing Matisha Pathirana, add a domestic batter like a Ramandeep or a Manish Pandey or someone, Tejasvi Dahiya is also there, and extend their batting also, but add those valuable 4 overs because Varun right now is operating and is picking wickets as well for KKR.
Shubhan, first of all, I think KKR will walk the extra mile to have Varun in their playing 11 for this game. Even if he is 80%, I think he will play. Unless he is totally, completely unfit and he is not in a position to play, he will not. In that case, those equations will. And in that case, also, I don't see
He
Matisha
was seen
Pratirana.
wearing a protective boot in
He,
Raipur,
yeah, he was saying
plus in
wearing a
crutches.
protective.
Does not look
Yeah,
really good.
does not look really good. So if it is that bad, then they will have to make do. I think they will bring on someone. A like for like is not possible for Varun, but someone who is close. And don't forget, Anukul also is bowling very well.
Yeah.
It is not only Sunil Narain or Varun Chakravarti. Anukul too is bowling very well. So those three spinners have been operating in tandem, and they will not. I feel they will not like to upset that combination. Even if Varun doesn't play, as far as I'm concerned, I don't see Matisha Patirana because they don't. They will. They are unlikely to upset that batting order. Now they have sort of hit upon something which is settled, and the players have been contributing. So I don't believe they would be too keen to upset that apple cart. Um, if Varun doesn't play, someone who is close to him, I think KKR will go with that without making a radical overall in terms of their batting combination.
Rohit, what will be your combination, KKR combination, in case Varun is not fit for the game?
I think, as I said, that they can bring in a leggy like Prashant Solanki. He didn't got much of the opportunities as far as Chennai Super Kings is concerned. He was with Chennai Super Kings. I think last time he played with them only, if I'm not wrong. But I think they can use his option also. But I think for me, the most important question will be around how do they assist this wicket, because Kolkata Knight Riders did a lot of tactical errors as far as getting the right, conditions, uh, into their discussion, and then start talking about that. Look, this is the kind of wicket we are playing on. It's like we all remember that Punjab Kings game, Eden Gardens, where Ajinkya won the toss and he said that I want to bat first in those kind of scenarios. So I think there are some one or two examples where you can say that they've been completely poor as far as knowing the conditions and then assess and then discuss about the possible playing combination. So yes, they have the options. We cannot obviously replace Varun Chakravarti, but you can at least put your best foot forward. If Varun Chakravarti is not playing, and the kind of visuals we saw of Varun Chakravarti, I think he was walking with the support of a stick. I don't think that there's any possibility at this point of time that he'll be available to bowl. I don't know about what happened in last night's practice, last evening practice. Was he
No,
there?
he was not there. He was not there.
Okay, so he was not there. So I don't think that it could be anywhere close to where we can see a Varun Chakravarti bowl. So yeah, maybe a Prashant Solanki, and maybe I think KKR can get some help from him if it's the similar kind of wicket. Because what I also heard that there was rain last week also in Raipur, and now it's all getting sunny and all getting dried up. So if it's all getting dried up and if there's no help for the fast bowlers, because if you see the RCB versus MI game, there was initially something for the fast bowlers and then eventually have something for the spinners also. Now the kind of condition it is there in Raipur, I think there will be a lot more for spinners rather than for fast bowlers and spinners, Shubhanda.
But we were discussing about KKR's possible playing combination in case Varun Chakravarti is not deemed fit for today's game. What do you have to say? Who can replace Varun in that bowling lineup, and how big a miss will Varun be in, especially in conditions like Raipur?
Oh, obviously, it will be a big miss. See, Varun Chakravarti, Saban, who has found his rhythm back to some extent at least. It's not, it doesn't feel like he's rushing through his overs. There was a time when it felt as if he was rushing too much through his overs, and that perhaps it was the reason why he was bowling like more like a slow medium pacer. If you notice in the T20 World Cup, he was not imparting enough reps on the ball. So Varun Chakravarti in those conditions where you see few cracks, it will be, I think, definitely be a big miss. Maybe they can include in their fast bowler if they are not very sure about including in their spinner. It could be someone like Vaibhav Arora coming back in the equation or on those lines. So that is something that KKR can look at.
But Vaibhav has
Uh,
been playing. Vaibhav has not missed a match.
Maybe they can look at another pace bowler coming into the equation. I'm not saying Navdeep Saini should make a comeback, but that is something that KKR can do. See, but they will definitely miss someone like Varun Chakravarti if he's not fit, because I think he's back to some good form. The way he's bowling, you can see him imparting those reps, and on a track where there are a few indentations, tend to believe that someone like Chakravarti and Sunil Narin would do enough damage on that track.
Hmm. Shamikda, now with KKR's turnaround being pretty much staggering, the way they have been winning their last 4 5 matches. But let's talk a bit about Ajinkya Rahane as well. A lot of pressure on him after the first half, but he has found a way to turn things around for KKR. With the bat, he might not be batting at his best, but still as a leader, he has done reasonably well. To be honest, to turn things around despite so much criticism and noise.
Uh, Shubhan, to start with, I still believe Ajinkya Rahane circa 2026 and Ajinkya Rahane doesn't have a
Yeah,
place in any T20 setup as a batsman. As a captain, he has always been a fantastic captain, and the two are mutually exclusive. Uh, what a fantastic captain he has been! The Border Gavaskar Trophy 2021 in Australia, we saw that, and the way he marshaled his troops after losing half his side. That was, I mean, one of the finest examples of
has to
captaincy
be.
under serious pressure. And Ajinkya Rahane, throughout, he comes from Bombay School of Cricket, so he knows how to handle pressure. Is that Khadoos in him? is that Kadu is in him. He has played all his life in the Bombay Maidans. So that steel will always be there. And maybe that is the reason. I think KKR, I mean, they have they are intelligent people. They are they if you look at that setup, you look quality, you look I mean serious cricket brain in there. And that is why they are still, even when the chips are down, they never thought about replacing Rahane and bringing on someone like Rinku as stand-in skipper. They put their faith in Rahane because they believe that Rahane has that ability as a captain to turn things around. And I think that the turning point for me came in the away game against Sunrisers Hyderabad. That catch from Rahane, that spectacular, that was like something. He sets that example that lifted the entire side. And then after the dismissal, there was a collapse in Sunrisers Hyderabad batting order. And from that game, the turnaround began for KKR. Now, Rahane, as I've always maintained, I have huge respect for Rahane as a skipper. And as far as Abhishek Nair is concerned, the dressing room trusts him. So it's a good combination. I don't think it is sustainable for one more year, but at least for this year, they have turned things around, and we have to give credit to both Rahane and Abhishek Nair.
Yeah, of course. Unless KKR go on to win the IPL from here, which will be one of the biggest turnaround in the history of the tournament. I also don't see Ajinkya Rahane being continued as KKR captain after this season. This season, yes, he will get the complete backing of the hierarchy and the players as well. But again, next season is something where I am expecting change, whether in terms of this team bringing a major star player from other franchise in a trade deal in the auction. You never know what crazy things have happened in IPL. But Rohit, same question about Ajinkya Rahane and that KKR batting unit. They have managed to turn things around. Finn Allen scored a century in the last game. Ajinkya Rahane, with his captaincy, has been doing decently. The way he's managing his bowlers. I'm not talking about his batting. His batting still needs a lot of work to be done in this format. But captaincy wise, he has done decently. Cameron Green has chipped in with wickets. He has been scoring decent runs as well. Rinku Singh, we know 2-3 matches he has already won for KKR. So this KKR team is looking like taking a shape, and credit where it is due. Rahane has done decently as a captain as well.
Look, I think there is still a lot of options this team have as far as the opening combination is concerned.
Mm.
I
Of course.
still think that Rahane the captain and Rahane the batter. I think there's a huge difference between them. Rahane the test match player, we all respect, we all love him. Do whatever he did, huge respect for Ajinkya Rahane. But Ajinkya Rahane, the T20 batter, in what is going on at this point of time, the modern era, playing in power play, scoring rate under 150 or maybe somewhere around 140. I don't think that if you have players like, maybe a Finn Allen and a Tim Seifert, a combination of that, yes, we all know that they haven't, chipped in as far as the earlier part of the tournament is concerned. And that has nothing to do with Ajinkya Rahane, the batter, or Ajinkya Rahane, the captain. Look at a Cam Green. Even Cam Green didn't did anything at that point of time. Look at a Rinku Singh. He didn't even started the tournament like the way he's hitting the ball in last 3-4 games. So it's not only about Ajinkya Rahane, the captain, or the Ajinkya Rahane, the batter, but I think overall this team can do much better. They can pick better players than a Navdeep Saini getting into the side. They can pick better players than a Manish Pandey, or if they have someone like players like Tejasvi Daya, they can give them a chance at least in place of Manish Pandey. I think he's playing for the last 2 games but never got an opportunity to bat. They can have a better captain or a better batter in the opening slot as compared to Ajinkya Rahane. There are multiple good things in this IPL franchisee also. Taking that particular things forward, you can tweak a little bit in the team. And this is the only team, 2-3 players here and there, no Shreyas Iyer, no Phil Salt,
Mm.
and not a Mitchell Stark. Apart from that, yes, Andre Russell is part of the setup, not part of the 11. Apart from that, you have everything from that 2024 champion squad. So what exactly changed? Is Gautam Gambhir is the only thing which is making things and making decisions as far as the captain or the coach is concerned. Because 3 4 players can't ruin a team like this. Means 2 years back you were the champions, and after 2 years you were just hanging there in the bottom at the first half of the IPL, and then at the second half of the IPL you are trying to come up a little bit. So I don't think that this could be only possible because of a because just change of 3 4 players. I think there's a lot to think. There's little bit to tweak as far as the KKR squad is concerned, and I think they are a bunch of champion players, some very good choices, some very good options as far as the foreign players are also concerned. You just need a bit of clarity around them, and you can see this similar bunch of players can again win you championship. So I think there are a little bit of tweaks needed.
Tweaks definitely will happen, I'm pretty sure. And as I said, I don't see Ajinkya Rahane continue as KKR captain next season as well. Hopefully, there will be some change there unless they go on to win the IPL title this year itself. So let's see. Funny things, as I keep on saying, funny things has happened in IPL. Bharat, now talk. Let's wrap up this conversation with a bit of RCB. We were talking about when you were not here about Romario Shepherd, his role in the team, Jitesh Sharma not clicking at all in that lower middle order. RCB's Achilles heel can be that lower middle order where Krunal, yes, he has stepped up his game, but your two designated finishers in Romario Shepherd and Jitesh Sharma, they have not been able to fire all cylinders this season. Are you expecting someone like a Venkatesh Iyer to come in, someone like a Jordan Cox to come in, and RCB making a bit of change in that shuffle in that batting unit?
Yeah, see, Jitesh Sharma has had problems against hard length. I understand in the last game, one of the previous games, he got out a spinner, but he still has problems against hard length. I think even in the last match, after smashing Corbin Bosch, he got out to him. So opposition teams will keep trying that. So KKR might try someone like Karthik Tyagi, or even Cameron Green might try to bowl that hard length. So he will get it in every single game. So he has to find out a solution. Even when he had his best season last year in the world of IPL, his strike rate against hard length was only around 98 or 99. So in your best year, if your strike rate against a particular style of bowling is only 98, then it is problematic. So I think he has to find a solution to it. As far as Romario Shepherd is concerned, I guess they're picking him because they believe that he can play those quick fire 20 of 8 balls, 20 of 10 balls. It's just not happening this season. Last year it happened a couple of times. That is how I guess they went on to win the tournament as well. He played a key part in a couple of matches. But this year it's not happening, so they can look at someone else. Yeah, it could be Venkatesh. I'm not too sure of Jordan Cox. Yeah, you can counter me by saying that anyway, Romario Shepherd's 1 over is going for 20 runs. What is the use of having someone like that? But in that sense, yeah, maybe Jordan Cox can fit in for Jacob Bethel if they really want someone at the top of the order because he's more of a floater. Although he also likes space on the ball. Jacob Bethel likes space on the ball. Even someone like Bill Sod likes space on the ball, and Jordan Cox also likes space on the ball. I think the conditions in
All
Raipur
English
don't
players
exactly,
are same.
yeah, don't exactly suit these kind of players. So I don't know to what extent it will help RCB. But definitely the Venkatesh Iyer can come in the picture as far as RCB is concerned. Just want to add one more thing before we log off that I was trying to remember a spinner from KKR. It could be that guy, the wrist spinner, Prashant
Daksh
Solanki.
Kamra. Prashant
There is
Solanki
one
is
more.
there and Daksh Kamra is
Yes,
there.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. I just
Yeah, the
remembered
leggy.
the wrist spinner. Yeah.
Yes, Shamikda.
Shubhan, if KKR can go on and win the title from here, that would be the mother of all comebacks. It's just the small matter of winning their next 7 matches.
They came pretty close in 21, I think. They went to the
Yeah.
final, but ultimately lost the final. That would have also have been a crazy comeback story for
And
KKR. But
even MS said that at the presentation. Even MS
yes,
said that at
yes,
the presentation.
and you don't
But
see
it's just
opposition captains coming in and saying things like
yeah,
that.
it's just a small matter of winning their next 7 matches, and that would be the mother of all comebacks.
sounds sounds so easy, sounds so easy, but again, it's going to be a huge challenge for KKR. Of course, they have given hope, and if they win today, then I'm pretty sure the entire Eden Gardens crowd will back them. in the next three set of games. But I said, I think in one of the Hindi lives as well a couple of weeks back, that I have a feeling that this team's end of this particular season will come in the hands of their former opener or former player Shubman Gill, when Gujarat Titans come in Kolkata, and that
That
would
is
be
their
some
biggest challenge. That is their
that
biggest
is going
challenge.
to be that is going to be a challenge. But
Gujarat.
again, RCB will also pose a massive challenge today, especially if Varun Chakravarti does not play. If he was playing, I would have been more confident of KKR winning this game. But
Yes.
with Varun not being there, I think that would be a huge miss. So yeah, that's it. I think. Thank you, Shamikda. Thank you, Rohit. Thank you, Bharat. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Let us know what you think. Who will win this game? RCB, KKR. If KKR lose, it's done for them. If RCB win, they will go top of the table. If RCB lose, then things will become very interesting in the top four race. Let us know your opinions in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for watching.
I want